Hello everyone. Sorry, I'm a bit late. Hello everyone. Sorry, I'm a bit late. Hopefully people will start logging in. It's been a glorious day here. That's why I'm a bit late. I was trying to get jobs and stuff done around the house. Also family occasion today, so busy with that. So I am just getting back into the swing of things, getting back to normal. Sorry if I sound a bit bunged up. I actually have a bit of a head cold. Something wrong with me. Good afternoon, buddy. Hello, Jake. How are you? Happy Christmas to you. Hope you're doing well. So I've a bit of a head cold. I don't know how I've gotten it. Somehow Danny, who had tonsillitis, managed to pass it on to me, even though I haven't been in the same country as him. But we were chatting. Watch out, Stan's about. Hello, Stan. How are you? And Jake is good. So it's been a hectic few days. Today what was my project was I've been trying to sort out SAS belt kit and order and stuff like that, and do it because hopefully I'm gonna have that part 3 up of the basic equipment for SAS in the Falklands, and I've decided I'm actually doing a part 4, whereas we will add stuff to it like a vest, backpack, things like that, to enhance the actual impression. I've also started working on SAS in Malaya impression, so that should be coming up. So that should be interesting as well. So it's been busy. So I've been picking up little bits and pieces for the collection here and there. Still trying to streamline the collection. So some of you might have joined Era Military Collectibles Buy and Sell on the Facebook page. If you haven't, go join it. That's where we're selling some stuff up in there, and we also have a chat group for close and personal friends that we put stuff up on there first before it goes up on the website. So there you go. Jude, hello Jude. How are you keeping? How is everything going? Hope all is well. Yeah, I'm fine. Bit of a bunged up nose and stuff at the minute, but other than that, I'm good. So we'll just see who starts pottering in. Fantastic. Looking forward to seeing it. And Borneo might be a good era to look at. Borneo, Malaya, it's pretty much the same. I could get away with kits for both really. I actually had the belt over here behind me for Malaya, because they're actually, thanks to Danny actually, they're a reproduction, but they're a reproduction of the Malayan stuff that the SAS got made in the later part of Malaya. So that's coming up. So we're getting that sorted, and it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. I couldn't find the Facebook page. It's Era Military Collectibles Buy and Sell. So if anyone has a link for it, put it up there. I think Jake might have the link for it. Put it up there on the chat group, and we can add you. There's no problem there, Stan. Borneo has a good mix of 58 and 44. Malaya, believe it or not, as well. I found some pictures of Malaya, and the SAS lads in Malaya were using 58 pattern and 44 stuff as well. They were also using what looks like to be the World War II commando backpacks, but the later war version of them. So it's an interesting little one that I've after delving down. So we'll see how that goes. But sure, look, it is what it is. We'll see how we'll get there. Rifle Green, hello my friend, how are you? I hope everything is safe above in Northern Ireland. I hope you keep him well. Actually, Gary Ho, I haven't seen Gary pop in for a small bit, but I hope he's okay. But yeah, so that's the plan. So the plan over the weekend, hopefully I will be doing some shooting. I will be doing some off-banner stuff. Over this weekend it will be up and going. and we will be doing a gear haul of what I got at the Living History UK Festival. So there you go, Stan. If you click on that, that will bring you to where you need to go. Um, and you can just like the page there and then, and we'll get it sorted for you. So yeah, so as I said, over the weekend there's two videos coming up. There's a few videos coming up. There's one is the haul that I brought back from England from the Living History UK Festival. Surprisingly, I didn't actually pay for anything. It was all traded, and guys just gifted me stuff. And there's some very interesting stuff coming up there that will be on that video. And as I said, I'm doing some shooting over the weekend for some banner stuff. So yeah, it will be good. It should be good. So yeah. Oh, I'm sorry guys if I'm blowing snots again. I'm just all bunged up. My head is blocked up to bits. If it will take you to the group or John's OnlyFans, it's your gamble. No, we don't have one of those websites yet. Although with the price of the collection, and how the price of stuff, some of the stuff that is coming on the market, it could be an option. I don't know, they looking bugger like me. I don't think anyone will take buy pictures of me. So yeah. So that's pretty much it. So as I said, yeah, it's been hectic. It has been hectic. I've been like researching the Malayan impression, and I've also been trying to finish off the SAS one, which has turned into a roller coaster of a ride, because I had planned only on doing one other video, which was going to be the finish, but then I decided, okay, not everyone will be able to portray and get the equipment that I have, so I'm literally going to do a basic belt order stuff that would get you by for the Falklands. Even not better really, because they travel light in the north, and they weren't in green stuff much in North Banner, but when they did, I suppose it could get you away for it. Oh, excuse me. So that's why I've decided to do like part 4, where it will be vest, backpack, 66, other little bits and pieces that can enhance your impression, pretty much. Feed pics is where it's at, John. No, no. I played too much football and hurling and stuff over my years, so my feet are even in bits. They're all knobbly. Yeah. Juice lines. I have a Mark IV Martini Henry on the way. So Nestle at home service. So Nestle at home service helmets. I'll have an 1880s German. Sorry, 1880s double fusiliers representation. If you want to do a shoot of that kit, that would be fantastic. Actually, Jude, that would be fantastic. Um, have you all the representation? Have you got the Dublin Fusilier stuff? That would be cool. I do know actually there was a guy years ago. I don't know if he ever got it finished, but he was trying to get the Munster Fusiliers in India just after the Second World War, or just after the First World War, because they were disbanded in 1922. But they had a pit helmet with, I can't remember, was it in red, but they had RMF, Royal Munster Fusiliers on one side, and then they had a red and white plume, or sorry, green and white plume that they used to have on the other. But I don't know if he ever got it sorted. I know he was trying to get onto guys in India and stuff like that. Could they make it for him? But I don't think he ever did, except for a home service helmets. Oh yeah, perfect. Listen, there's no problem there. Um, You'd be surprised that there's some dirty buggers out there willing to pay for grotty talk. It wouldn't surprise me. It would not surprise me what the world is coming to. Guys would buy absolute any crap these days. So yeah, so as I said, I'm dying. But yeah, the videos that I put up last week seem to be getting a fantastic viewing or a fantastic views, I suppose. There's no other way to describe it. And they're the RIC or the RUC helmets. I have the full collection of the RUC helmets, and I also have the very, very hard, which is actually up here behind me. I don't know if you can see it. The very early Riot helmet. So yeah, so that is coming up. I need to. They're being done. Oh, excuse me, they've been done, and the feedback that I seem to be getting from them is fantastic. It is fantastic, so I'm happy. I'm happy that it's got it. Jim Timbers in the house. Hello, Jimbo. I actually seen that you have a video up on the U.S. Marine dress uniform, Jim, on your new channel. So I hope you're going to start putting more military stuff on the YouTube. But yeah, I have to get around to looking at it. I smell timbers, vintage timbers. Hello, Stan. Stan, did you find that? Did you manage to get that working? That website. So yeah. So what is in the future for Era Military Collectibles? So in the future for Military Era Collectibles is we're going to streamline the impressions, and not the impressions, but streamline the collection. We're going to try and declutter some of the clutter that has appeared. We're going to keep the off banner, World War II, Vietnam, Australian stuff. I actually need to put up some more Australian Vietnam stuff. I haven't done it in a while, and I still have a lot more there that I could do. So yeah, so that could be done. Yeah, so we're literally just streamlining. I do actually have an awful lot of off banner stuff that needs to be gotten rid of. So keep an eye up there, whoever needs it. It's 84, 80, 60. There's some 84 patterns, some 68 patterns, and there is one or two Soldier 95 items in it. Mainly uniforms, jackets, tunic, pants, and stuff like that, lightweights that would, for guys that want to build a mannequin or stuff like that. So they'll be coming up soon. So definitely have an eye out for it and keep an eye out for it. Thanks for the link, Jack. I'm following Facebook page, but as my wife. Whatever you do behind closed doors, Stan, is your business and no one else's. Jake is laughing at Stan, and definitely anything up better man. Yeah, so I do have a spare RUC tunic that could be sold off. But there's an awful lot of army stuff being sold off. Doubles and triples of stuff that I have. So yeah, so we'll see what comes up. Do you have any 60 pattern up banner era, John? Not 60 pattern. I do have a green 60 pattern, but not DPM. And it's the only green one I have, so I don't know if I'm going to sell it. But I do have some 68 pattern stuff, 84, 85, and I do, believe it or not, actually have a Trials jacket that you might be interested in that I could possibly rubbish off. We'll see. I meant gear. I know what you meant. I know what you meant. Sorry, I'm just answering a question. Do people not know I'm famous and I'm on live and things? What are you joking? Jesus. I'm not famous. I'm not famous, but I've had people recognise me at the Living History UK Festival and Stirling and other places I've been to where they've been like, "Are you John from here?" Yeah, that's me. And if you ever do see me, lads, I'm not that bad. You can actually you can actually come over and say hello to me, and I will talk to you. It's not the end of the world. Don't be nervous or shy or anything, because for I don't know, for some strange reason, um, people just seem to be shy to approach us when we were at the Living History UK Festival. And you don't have to be shy to approach us. We're just general normal people. Although Pete has been known to bite the hand of people every now and again. Normally, people that are bringing in food, but yeah. Oh, buongiorno, Living History. Well, he is part of Living History UK Festival. Is the Herefordshire Regimental Museum of Danny Reese has entered the building. Hello, how are you, Danny? Danny is helping me. As I was saying, I was talking earlier on that we are going to delve into the Malaya emergency with the SAS and possibly into Borneo with the SAS. So Danny has been helping me with his fountain of knowledge in relation to stuff like that. So we'll see what comes up. CQMS Reese. Um, he's RMS. No, we've upgraded him. He's now the RMS. Um, so yeah, so he's been helping me with that. I sent him some photos during the week, and he seems to be okay with them. Not of my impression, but stuff that I'm going to base the impression on. So I think it's going to be good. Um, I don't have that problem. People bombarding me, even as I'm loading up my van when I'm leaving an event. Jude Steins. I don't have that problem. People bombarding me, even as I'm loading up my van when I'm leaving an event. Bombarding him with bricks? No, I'm only joking. I'm only joking, Jude. I'm chowing down on an SAS beef stew leftovers. Where the hell did you get a SAS? Oh, sure, I'm not even going to ask. You're probably going through your ration packs that are in your shed and going through ones that are almost out of date. Jim Timber, the only people that seem to recognise me in public are the police. Um, yeah, no, but it's funny. It's funny. I was at Stoneleigh, and I was with Chuckles. If any of you don't know who Chuckles is, he's from Living History UK. He's the chef. Um, if you ever see any of the events that Living History UK are putting on in the field kitchen there, that's Chuckles normally. And some guy came over to me and he was like, me and Chuckles were looking at some stall and he's like, I recognise you from somewhere. I'm like, going, well, maybe. Then it just dawned on him, oh, you're Living History UK Festival. And I was like, oh, well, I'm Air Military Collectibles. And he went, oh, yeah, you're Air Military Collectibles. So that was it. So that's how I was recognised. Um, or the rentman. It's the bank. I pay a mortgage. I'm not actually renting. Um, and Crime Watch viewed. I do get Crime Watch. I've never been on Crime Watch. More than likely, at some point in time. Um, everyone said they have a doppelganger, don't they? Everyone says that there's a spit of that person or there's a spit of you around the world somewhere. So I haven't met mine yet, and no one has told me that they have. So we'll see. The problem of people being shy and keeping their distance. They don't. Oh, yeah. It can work. It can work. It can be positive and negative. Um, like yes, I don't have problems with people coming up and saying hello to me, and I don't have anyone just asking me questions or anything. I don't have a problem with it. But there was some guys there from YouTube who would have extremely big followings, and there was some people there that had some extremely big followings, and they'd it wasn't. It was weird because when you're looking at them, they sort of can't relax because people are constantly recognizing them. Going, oh, that's such and such, and that's such and such, and that's such, and it's just a weird thing when you're seeing them and when you're talking to them. Um, it was yeah. You can see how they interact, or that they can never let their guard down. If you get me, like they can never just tell somebody to f off. Because then it goes around. It's a weird situation. It is a weird situation. Mr. Tumble is mine. um, is he your doppelganger? Well, he doesn't have. You don't have the red cheeks that he does. Um, Jim Timber. I've stopped wearing shirts with collars and various stripes, jackets, so I don't be nodded by the constables. I leave them with the jacket and run. um, there used to be a law. I don't know if it's still the same. In Ireland, a policeman had to have his hat on. So you'd see guys and they get in trouble at the nightclubs and stuff like that, and they'd knock the hats off the police and run away, because they couldn't be arrested until the policeman picked his hat back up and put it back on him. I don't think that's still there. But yeah, that was a law. That was a law. I'm always extremely humbled when I've been recognised. It's awesome meeting these who watch anything I make mainly because I'm surprised they want to watch it in the first place. Yeah, yeah. Um, not that I'm surprised that they watch it, but it is humbling. It is humbling when people recognise you. John, 100%. You have a doppelganger. I see him most mornings as I cycle to work. I used to work with him, and he's your twin, honestly. Oh, he'll have to send me a photo of that then. Try and get a photo of him and send it to me. But Jack, people who recognised you were in the witness box and you were the accused. That's a very good point. That is a very good point. That hasn't happened to me yet. But yeah. uh, I don't mind showing stuff to people, but when they start messing with stuff and feel stripping pieces or trying to force mags out if they don't figure out where the mag releases. Yeah, Andy had a problem with his stain at the Living History UK Festival. His stain is a reproduction. It's not, yeah, it is a reproduction, but it's a very, very good reproduction. Um, and it was hanging around him. It was hanging around my RUC man, and that's where I last seen it. But I went away and I came back and somehow it was on the table. But Andrew spotted that somebody was after breaking the front sight off of it. He can fix it, but it's still not the same. So yeah, so it is a shame and it's a pain in the arse when things like that happen, especially after you've been told not to do it, because Loyal has an airsoft SLR, and he's got an original top cover with a Suzat or CZAT, I can't remember which one it is, on top of it. And he told this kid, asked him, "Can I hold your gun?" He said, "Yeah, but don't cock it." And just as he said it, the young fella went, so, and because of it being an original top cover, it's very the all the insides of it when you cock it, um, it got stuck and jammed up. So he had to basically take it apart and free it up, which was a bit of a nuisance. And especially when you're told don't do it, and they go away and do it anyway. Um, uh, Jake Brown, haha, Daddy, that is still in the courts. You can't talk about that case. Yes, we can. We just can't divulge any information. Um, what did you call Jim Timber wearing a shirt? The accused. Show me on the doll where you found the drugs. Um, so yeah, so it is a bit of a nuisance. What else happened at the festival? Something else happened at the festival. Um, something got dropped. Something got dropped. I think it was. Oh, that was it. We had a my small little teddy. We had or sorry, my small little table. We had the SAS kit on it. This belt order, and we had an M16 with a 203 grenade launcher on it. And we had some other little SAS bits and pieces. And it's only a small little table. And some guy was told, like, can I, Joe didn't even ask, and he just grabbed the belt kit and just picked it up and knocked everything off the table. And with this belt kit as well, like, it's the stuff isn't, like, as you can see just there, the stuff slides off it. So it all just fell straight out on the floor, which was a bit of a nuisance. So we had to go put it all back together. Speaking of which, I need to put this on it because it fell off it there earlier on. So yeah, this actually came back from England with me. It was bartered for before I had went to England, so that came back with me. So as I said, we will be doing a basic SAS part 3 over the next week or two, and then eventually we will be doing a part 4 with the likes of the 66, the backpack, the vest, and other bits and pieces that you can use to bolster your impression. So we're just going to show a basic standard impression first, and later on, because as I was saying earlier on in the video on it, not everybody has the ability to go in depth as I do for whatever reason. So Gabe, hello folks, hello Gabriel, how are you? I hope you're keeping well. I need to message you during the week actually, Gabriel, so I hope you're keeping well. Jake Brown, I didn't touch the goat, we just happened to be using the Portaloo at the same time. Oh, Jesus. Hi Gabe. I rarely let anyone into my collection, but be it the loft or the shed, as once a mate came round and fiddled with some binoculars and badly damaged them. Luckily, no damage done. Huh? Fiddled. Oh, and badly dropped them. Luckily, no damage done. Yeah, it does happen, and it's a nuisance. It does happen. I've seen stuff getting broken. Danny's one, and I can understand why. Is like Danny has a Jeep, a World War II Jeep, SAS one that's done up for the SAS. He won't let anyone sit in it. He will not let anyone sit in it, and I understand why. Because if they fall getting in and out of it, it's his fault. Or if they scratch it or damage it or anything like that, it's his pride and joy. So I completely understand why he doesn't like people getting in and out of it. As reenactors and as his mates and stuff, he doesn't have a problem with us getting in and out of it. But like we were at Aidencroft. Was it Aidencroft last year we were at? And we were just all standing around having a chinwag and a shit talk and chatting away with each other. And this one with her, I presume it was her boyfriend, he was dressed up as like a black market seller in World War II, and she was dressed up as what can only be described as a French tart, and then was literally in the process of sitting into Danny's Jeep and going, "Oh, take my picture," and like Danny's like going, "No, get out of the Jeep." So he asked permission, and I'm going to say no, and I completely agree with him why he did it, and like have respect for other people's stuff. Like an awful lot of the stuff that we're dealing with now is World War II, World War One is not far off 100 years old. So yeah, it is. It's not to be bumped around the place and dropped and stuff like that. So it is a pain in the arse. I think it was definitely Aidencroft. I think I spotted her first of all and told her not to get into it, and then Danny was behind me or somebody said no. Can't remember. Oh, Andrew. Hello, Andrew. Sorry, I'm busy at with the wife. Well, okay, fair play to you. Thanks for joining us, and I hope your wife is okay. um, I hope you're not too busy. Well, obviously you're not too busy that you can type. You at least have one hand free. Jake Brown, hello Andrew. Jim Timber, hello Andrew. Andrew saying hello to Jake and Jim. Herefordshire Regimental Museum is back. Also, public pumping the gas and flooding the car. Yeah, that's a big thing. I've seen. I know you've told me that does happen, and it shouldn't happen. It's yeah. No, I can't. Give me 25k, and you're more than welcome to sit in it whenever you like. That's exactly it. That's exactly it. It's somebody else's property, and you should respect somebody else's property and not damage it. Still understand. Hello, my own personal rule is my kit doesn't get touched by the public. Yeah, I was saying Andy earlier on that somehow your Sten gun got off my dummy and got on the table, and at the Limited History UK Festival, then the site got damaged. And what we're bringing up the conversation is we're just talking about like people have recognised me at events and stuff like that, and I don't have a problem with people talking to me at events, but we were just saying that sometimes the public can take it a bit too far and don't have any boundaries, and stuff gets damaged, stuff gets broke, and things like that. Things like that happen. Jake Brown, absolutely, Danny. Some people have no respect or common sense. Yeah, that was it. But it actually, I actually got mad for Danny rather than Danny getting mad at her. Whereas Danny just told her to get out of it, you're not doing it. But she literally just walked up without asking, saying hello, doing anything, just was about to sit into the Jeep and get the boyfriend to take pictures of her. And I'm like, oh, what are you doing? You're not allowed to go. And she just could not fathom why we were stopping her from doing it. And yeah, it just boggles my mind. Um, and surprisingly, at the Victory Show, when we were at the Victory Show, I did not see that problem. I did not see people coming up and just jumping on the Jeeps. Um, we had 3 Jeeps there, but I didn't like. There was no issue of people just coming up and jumping on the Jeeps. The public, um, it was just happening at Aidencroft, and I don't know why. But, Andrew Hairston, Jim Kimber, Andrew Johnson. The last time I was busy with my ex-wife, she was dressed as a nurse. At least that was what she pretended. It was more of a mercy moment. Boys are laughing at Jim. Still understand. It's the same at military affairs, though. Ask before you touch them. Yes, yes, definitely. If you're at a military affair and you see a helmet or you see whatever on a table, definitely ask before you can pick it up or touch it or examine it or anything like that, because it could be worth a lot of money. That's actually another good way of looking whether something's original or whether something's not original. Look how stuff is displayed. And if he's got the stuff in such a way that you have to ask permission for it to be taken up, possibly original. Whereas if the guy is not too bothered about you handling it or picking it up and stuff, possibly reproduction. Another little tip and pointer for you guys. Why am I so high? There we go. Jake Brown. Some bloke walked into my tent at Overlord and began to handle my gear. For example, the shield. Absolutely. Well, and was this reported? Or was this solicited, should I say? This entering of the tent, was it solicited? Because that's pushing it a bit much now to walk into someone's fucking tent and just rummage through their kit. Yeah, I'd have a big issue with that. Big fucking issue with that now. Yeah, big fucking no. Stay out of people's tents. Sure, it happened to us. It happened to us at the Living History UK Festival, Jake. Jake was sharing a tent with me. And there was only two of us in the tent, but he panicked. I don't know whether he panicked or whatever happened. Stuff gets moved around tent, obviously. Gear gets put somewhere, or whatever. But he lost his glasses. And obviously, very, very important if you're blind, is your glasses. And, like, we knew it could only be the two of us in the tent, so it had to be in my kit or it had to be in the tent somewhere. And we found it. But, like, I mean, um, if there's people, like, that's the thing, is you need to, even at shows, is you, when you do have a display put out, or whether it be a Jeep, whether it be a tabletop display, whether it be whatever, you sort of have to have a limit, like, be it taped off, or be it the public can only get so close to it without actually getting it to pull it off the counters. Um, because it's like that, stuff gets missing, stuff gets broke. It's ridiculous what happens at shows. Um, Nobody touches my tackle, especially not my ex-wife. Seriously though, it is a shame when chippers chip. I'm not sure what that means. Still have a stand. My neighbour, old guy, 80s-year-old, announced to everyone at a funeral one of the neighbours had died that I had a shed full of Nazi gear. Oh Jesus! All my neighbours just. Is this only after happening, Stan? Or is it, or was this a past thing? Uh, I went mental with the guy. Didn't see a problem. What it, what it, he was banned from the site, as far as I know. Yeah, that's dodgy. Wasn't there an event? Forgive me now if I get drunk, because I'm only hearing about this. I've only heard about this through the grapevine. I was not there, but there was an event somewhere in the UK, whereas the guys put their DX and stuff in the tents, and I think some of them stayed local and were talking to a group that was nearby or whatever, so they didn't think anything of it. Some of the guys went to the beer tent, some of the guys went to the food vendors and stuff like that. When they came back, all their DX had been stolen. Um, and somehow the word got around the site that these DX were after being taken or stolen or whatever. They miraculously reappeared. Um, I can't remember. Somebody told me that story, and it could have been Danny told me that story, and I can't remember what event it was, but I do remember hearing the story that happened. Uh, Andrew Stan Blight is on next weekend. I'm going there, but just for the Sunday. Okay. Happened in November last year. I live in a quiet street where everyone knows each other. Now they all know I've got stuff. Bloody old gobshite. He knows because he gets my parcel sometimes. Sure, maybe he's just not doddery, but sure, look, as I said, like, nobody wants, I don't want people to know about my stuff, unless I want you to know about my stuff, if you get me. Um, yeah. Military Odyssey, London Living History Group had their DX nicked. Did they get them back? I think they got them back. I think the word spread that stuff had gotten missing, and then it automatically reappeared, if I remember. And sometimes the helmets are, sometimes the parcels are helmet shaped. A lot of them, I'd say, Stan, a lot of them. The group opposite claimed they found and looked after it. Ah, okay. So that's what this. Yes, I remember now. That was something to the story. I went to a psychiatric doctor and told him in the morning I feel like more. Where am I? I feel like a morning, and in the evening I feel like TP. He wanted me. Huh? He told me I was too tense. Oh God. Cheers, Andrew, mate. We'll have to see work-wise and hopefully starting a new job at the same place. Ah, are you moving from what you were doing, Stan, or are you going somewhere else or doing something else? Jesus, people are. I'm trying to think. If somebody, if somebody went at my gear without my permission, I have handled it in good ways and I've handled it in bad ways. But like, if somebody was to find my DIAC, I would possibly lose my rag order altogether if that ever happened to me. No, just going over to maintenance, hopefully. So you'll be fixing the lines and fixing machines and doing. Danny sort of does that type of work. Danny's an engineer in a factory, does the maintenance. Yeah. Right, guys, it's we're coming up on 20. We've been online for 20 minutes, or on the chat for 20 minutes. So, as we do at this time of the night always, start thinking of questions or things that you would like to ask me moving forward for the channel, and hopefully we can get things sorted. As I said, we are doing an SAS video part 3, which will be just a basic SAS in the Falklands and in Op Banner / Op Banner. We will be doing part 4 on that video, which will be with the likes of the backpack, the 66s, things like that, to just enhance the impression. And the reason we're doing that is because not everyone can have the time, the money, and the influence to progress it to the next stage. So I just want to show the people for simple money, not too much, can get into an impression. We are also doing a gear haul that I brought back from England from the Living History UK Festival. That video will be coming up soon. We're going shooting over the weekend. We're doing some off-banner videos, which we're actually using some of the stuff that I brought back from England as props. So that's going to be fantastic. Yeah, so we've a hectic few days. I have actually got stuff on file that, like, I have the British MRE tasting session, but every time I've tried to post it, something else more interesting has come up, so I've pushed it back. So I really need to put that up. We've lots of stuff coming up, guys. We're going to be very, very busy. Very, 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 very busy. Glad to hear you won the position, Stan. Oh, did you have to apply for the stuff? Very good, Stan. Hopefully. Thank you very much. I'm glad you got it. Why is the sky blue, John? And who picked the guide dog poo? Who picks up the guide dog poo? Guide dogs are actually exempt in Ireland from having their feces picked up, and the sky is blue due to precipitation. I paid attention when I was in science. Steelhammer Stan. I suppose it's like any hobby. Classic cars, cycling, motorbikes, or even model trains. In sheds and garages, all expensive stuff, but you can only make things secure as you can. Yeah, that's the issue. It is. Um, Thankfully, I have a very, very good security system in my house. My windows are alarmed, my doors are alarmed. I have cameras. So yeah, but saying that, if somebody wants to get in, they'll get in, and there's nothing that can stop that. But yeah, the harder you can make it for them, the better. Uh, Jim Timber, the only impression an old dot like me could do is SAS would be to turn the bread inside out and look like an ass. Jim Timber still not finished yet, Jim. Fingers crossed. Yeah, I hope everything works out for you, Stan. I hope you get the position. You need to do a video on the shields we got. I will do a video on the shields we got, actually. I have one somewhere lying around. I will do a video on the shields. The sky isn't blue. The government wants you to believe it is to control your mind. Jake, have you been drinking again? Stay off that drink. All my DX are really good stuff around the loft, but still, my shed has been a labour of love. Yeah, that's it. I knew a guy that had a Ford Cortina. Was it a 76 or 70? It was 70 odd anyway. Ford Cortina, and he loved it. I mean, absolutely loved it. And he was driving it to a show nearby, not even 2.5 miles away, classic car show. And some woman on her phone T-boned him, boom, straight into the side of him, bust his panels, bust his two doors, bust his column. I think he got a bad whiplash and stuff out of it like that. Made shit of the car. Made shit of the car. That was pre-COVID, and he's still to this day. He's still rebuilding that car. It was completely immaculate, finished, lovely looking car, and unfortunately that happened, and now he's rebuilding his car again. Which must be absolutely heartbreaking when you think about putting all that work into it. You're driving it to a show, you're looking forward to your day away or whatever like that, and to have that happen to you would be absolutely sickening. Uh, uh, put screen wash, taste good, John. Yeah, we'll keep drinking it, so. Drink brew check. Oh yeah, Jake brought the Live History UK Festival in a 1980s bottle of Brut, green bottle. We were messing, and he was like, "Do you want some of it?" So we was like, "Yeah, splash it out around." The cork came off it. It was like there's like a vinegar thing on the top of it to just get a splotch of it, but the top came off it. And Jesus, the smell of Brut off of all of us was ridiculous. We were all mangled from the smell of it. Uh, I've had 7 Ford coupes. I even got my hair cut like the dude of Minder. Really? Yeah, it was. I can remember. I can remember. I never felt because he lives down the road from me, and I see him every now and again driving around in it. Well, he used to be driving around in it, and I can remember chatting to him because there's a garage nearby as well. And I can remember meeting him one day and asked him. I had seen him out in ages, and he told me. He said, I think it was the first show that year, just after COVID and stuff like that. And he spent all the COVID because we were obviously in lockdown, literally doing odd jobs with it, cleaning it and making it spotless and everything. And first show after COVID, somebody T-boned him, wrecked it. Um, yeah, he's still trying to get it worked to get it back together at the minute. But that'd be heartbreaking. My heart went out to him so bad when he told me about it. Like, absolutely, John. To reenact the 80s, I must drink the 80s. Yeah, Jesus. I couldn't do that anyway. I'd be sickened. I'd probably have killed your one. Literally, I'd have strangled her on the spot if that was me. But sure, look, I suppose accidents happen, but when it's what's the word I'm looking for? Reckless. Like when it could be avoided. That's when the problem is. That's when I get mad. That's when I get mad. So, boys, we've been on for 50 minutes. So, have any of you any questions, queries, anything that you would like to see the channel move forward in the future? We'll give the last 5 minutes to that, answering those questions, and we'll see how things go. Irn-Bru in Scotland, Andrews, or Ben's Ginger. I actually still have a can of Irn-Bru in my fridge that I brought home with me from England. When I'm cycling to and from work, I see so many motorists on their phones. It's unreal. Yeah, it is a scourge. I don't know in Ireland. I don't know what it's like in the UK, but in Ireland you could get, I think it's 3 penalty points and a fairly hefty fine if you're caught on your phone. And I know a few people that have had it happen to them. Um, I don't know what the penalties are in the UK, of what would happen. But I know in Ireland you get 3 penalty points, and I think it's €120 fine, possibly more. Not sure. Ta for now, you filthy animals. Have a good evening, and Andrew, stay away from glow sticks. uh, stay away from glow sticks, Andrew. That's funny. Right, guys. So if no one has any questions for me, and if no one wants to give me feedback about the videos that they would like to see coming up, it could be about anything, guys. If you want to see anything, RT, greetings from Poland. Your channel is very interesting. Many interesting facts. Thanks for the good content. Thank you, RT. You're more than welcome. I keep finding 50 porn on my phone. I have no idea where it comes from. Probably your hand. Jim, stop typing. I'm still glowing blue. That was funny. At the festival, we had glow sticks, looms. I don't know what the style of looms. And Andrew popped one, and it broke all over him. And he looked like a Smurf had just splattered all over him because he had blue dots. He definitely had it in his hands, but it was absolutely hilarious. So we are going around and singing blue. I'm blue, dabba dee dabba da da dee da. It was very funny. And then friggin' Jake at that stage was dressed up like somebody from fucking ABBA, which was even funnier. Right, guys. So cutting it short. Going to see you later. Have a great weekend. I'll see you all next Friday, 8 o'clock. Stay tuned and stay tuned over the weekend for some videos. As I said, there's some great stuff coming up and some interesting stuff coming up in relation to Op Banner, SAS, and all the good stuff that you like. So, guys, have a good one and safe weekend, and I'll see you all same time, same place next week.